Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I am here another day in social isolation and I wanted to help you guys put together a quick and easy pantry recipe. I think everybody is looking through their pantry right now going, okay, what else can I make without having to go to the grocery store? So what I'm pulling together today is all items that I had on hand. I didn't have to go to the grocery store. You could definitely sub in some things. This is going to be my take on a Mediterranean tuna souvlaki. So souvlaki chicken is essentially a skewered chicken. It's a Greek dish that's usually marinated in lemon juice, olive oil, and oregano. So I love lemon on a lot of foods. So I thought, why not try it in this way and make a tuna salad that's not your traditional mayo-based tuna. So when I talk to people, I often say, well, do you like tuna? Is that something you eat? And they say, yeah, but I put a lot of mayo on it when I make it. So is that still good for me? Well, it depends on their goals, but this is just another way to use those cans of tuna that are sitting in the pantry in a different way. So I've got a couple of different ingredients out here. I've got just some albacore white tuna. This is just one can. It looks like quite a bit. I've got some chopped up cucumbers. So instead of using celery for crunch in this recipe, I'm gonna use chopped cucumbers. And then I've got some white Great Northern beans. So any kind of white bean would work. Garbanzo beans would be really good in this recipe as well, but hey, that's what I have on hand. I also happen to have on hand some sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes are a really good way to just add a little bit of tangy flavor. They're slightly sweet. You can buy them either dry packaged like this, they're already cut in pieces for you, or you can buy them in a jar with a liquid. So these ones will dry out after a little bit. If you need to sort of rehydrate them, just soak them in a little bit of water first. Otherwise, these are pretty fresh, so they're fine. They're ready to go. Some other additions you could certainly do in a recipe like this, because we're thinking Greek, we're thinking like Mediterranean kind of food, would be some chopped olives. Black or green would be great. Kalamata olives would be really good too. And another good option would be artichoke hearts. So think about your favorite Italian salad at your favorite Italian restaurant. Usually it's got some artichoke hearts in there as one of the ingredients. So first thing I'm gonna do is just cut this lemon in half. We use lemon a lot in my house, so we have about 3 of these little lemon juicers. So I'm gonna add lemon to our recipe as well. I'm gonna stir up the dry ingredients. So I've got my cucumber. I'm gonna use all these beans. If you're not like a huge fan of beans, they're really great for you. They're the highest source of fiber out there in our diet typically, and we do not get nearly enough fiber in our diet. Fiber is great for the heart, it's good for blood sugar, it's good to keep us regular, it's good for so many things. So try to incorporate some more beans in your diet if you can. I'm gonna add the whole thing. You could add a half a can if you just wanted a little less, and then save the rest of your beans to add to a salad. You could also throw them in with any kind of soups or chilies. If you're always using red kidney beans, don't be afraid to try something new. They're all gonna taste kind of similar. So I've got those in there. I'm gonna put in here about a palmful of these sun-dried tomatoes, maybe a little more, just to get a little pep. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir up those ingredients. Now, I'm not gonna use any mayo at all in this one. If you wanted to add a little, that would be perfectly fine. Another thing you could do instead of mayonnaise, if you don't wanna use so much mayonnaise, because you're talking around 100 calories per tablespoon, which a tablespoon is only as big as your thumb. So if I put 4 or 5 tablespoons of mayo in here, I might add 400 to 500 calories. You could also use plain Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt has kind of like a sour cream taste to it. So in this recipe, it would work really good. It would go really good with these flavors. If you wanted just a little bit more creaminess, you could certainly add plain Greek yogurt to this. So got all my ingredients mixed up. It's pretty colorful, for something that's mostly tuna and white beans, the cucumber and the tomato make it a pretty colorful little dish. I'm gonna put the whole lemon in because I like a lot of lemon. So I'm gonna juice that right on top. Do the other one. And that was like a medium to small size lemon, not the biggest ones. The other ingredients I want to add, because I'm going for that kind of souvlaki taste, one is going to be oregano. So oregano, classic Italian herb. It goes in a lot of things, really good on top of pizza. If you've never tried that, it gives it just a little bit more fresh flavor, even if you're having a frozen pizza. I'm gonna do about a half of a teaspoon of oregano, which is like a fourth of that lid. Put that in there. This is one that will probably be even better tasting tomorrow after the oregano and the lemon and everything has been in there for a day or so. You can eat it right away, perfectly fine. It's gonna taste good, but it might even be better the next day. Fresh ground pepper or any pepper you've got. I like a lot of pepper. And then to give it some liquid, I'm gonna do olive oil. Now I will go ahead and measure this because this is one thing I see a lot too. When I talk to people, say, oh, well, I cook with olive oil. Isn't olive oil healthy? Yeah, olive oil is a good, healthy, heart-healthy oil, but any oil, you gotta look at the back. So when I look at the back, what I see is the nutrition facts. And the nutrition facts on here tell me that 1 tablespoon of oil is gonna be 120 calories. So if I am focusing on any kind of fat loss or weight loss, I do need to be mindful of my calories. And if I just pour, I'm gonna add maybe 300 calories worth of olive oil without even realizing it. So I'm gonna put a tablespoon in and kind of see how much that does. That actually looks like enough. All I wanna do is kind of mix everything, moisten it a little bit more. All right, so now I've got my lemon juice in, my oregano, my pepper, my olive oil, and I'm just gonna stir it all up. Okay, again, you could still put in some olives, you could put in some artichoke hearts. Maybe you've got some onion around and you like onion and things, go ahead and throw in some onion. That would be fine too. Speaking of onion, I'm gonna show you one thing I've been keeping in my pantry that I love. I don't use green onions a lot, but it seems like whenever I need them, I didn't have them or they had gone bad. So I started getting these Lighthouse spring onions. They're freeze dried. They last a long time and you could just use a little bit at a time. So I love this, that I don't have to spend, I mean, green onions are cheap. You know, you might get them for 99 cents, but I use like a third of it. And then by the time I go to use them again, they've already gone bad. So this might be $4 or $5 for this, but I've had it probably 2 months and I use it all the time, and just a little bit goes a long way. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of that spring onion in there, like green onion. And then that, especially tomorrow, the flavor will really get enhanced by tomorrow. Now this was just 1 can of tuna, and look how much this is made. This is a big dish, and I use this as my mixing dish, and I'm gonna store it in here too, because who wants to clean a bunch of dishes? I don't. I'm just gonna clean a couple and not have an extra mixing dish to clean. So here's kind of what it looks like. Maybe not so great on camera, but on top of a bed of lettuce, maybe with some whole wheat crackers, or if you like to do a little bit of whole wheat toast and put it on top of there, kind of like a tuna melt, this is ready to go. So simple as that. Hope you guys try it. If you find any other good ways to make tuna salad that's not just a heavy mayo tuna salad, the way we've all learned to make it in the past, you can certainly make it healthier, make it work for you, and try some different things. So hope you guys enjoy this and be well.